There are 5 things you are doing wrong when you are selling on eBay, and I'm here to point them out to you. Research is imperative to getting top dollar for your items, or saving you from wasting your time selling something that's just not worth it. The very first thing you do when you're doing your research is you're going to type in the item that you're wanting to sell. Type it into that little search bar, and it's going to pop up with a list of active listings. That means these things are on sale or for sale right now on eBay. They have not sold yet. Okay, so where everybody goes wrong is they look just at the active listings. They don't go any further. You really need to look at completed listings. Why? Because any Joe Blow can put $100 on a stick of gum, and that doesn't mean it's going to sell, right? You want to see what something actually sold for and when it sold. I mean, did it sell a month ago or did it sell yesterday? That's important information. Once you've typed in the item that you're wanting to list and you've seen the active listings, go over to the left side of the screen, see the filters, click on completed listings. Now, there is a sold listing category, but we don't want to choose that just yet. First, we're going to do completed listings, and I'll explain why. So once you click on completed listings, it's going to take you to a new screen, and it's going to show all of the listings that have either sold or not sold, but the listing is no longer active, meaning it's no longer for sale on eBay. And you're going to see the amounts, the dollar amounts, either in green or black. Sometimes you'll see it in green or red, just depends on the settings. But you're going to just understand that green means the item sold, and the amount that's lit up in green is the amount that the item sold for. If it's black or red, it means the item did not sell. Now, why is this important? Well, because it's going to show us that if somebody listed a piece of gum for $100, that nobody was actually willing to pay $100 for it. Or it will show you that, yeah, that piece of gum is actually worth $100. Crazy, I know, but that's why you need to know for sure if it's just some nut putting a huge amount on an item, or if it really is legitimately worth that much. So what are the things that we're looking for when we get to completed listings? Did it sell? If it did sell, how much did it sell for? When did it sell? How many people are selling it? And did they all sell? That's why you want to look at completed listings, because if you just click on sold listings in the left column, all you're going to see is the ones that sold. You're not going to get the big picture of how many other items there were out there that did not sell. So it's imperative that you look at completed and not just sold. The other thing you're looking for when you're looking at completed listings is the listing format. Did they list it as buy it now, or did they list it as an auction? What's bringing the biggest prices, an auction or a buy it now? Chances are it's buy it now. 9 times out of 10, buy it now is always going to be the best option to get top dollar for your item. People want instant gratification, and if you know what your item is worth, list it for what it's worth, and don't waste time waiting 5 to 7 days for everybody to outbid each other, because chances are it's not going to get as high as the buy it nows. People are willing to pay more to get it now. One of the most important things you need to remember when you're doing your research is your ROI. What is your ROI? Your return on investment. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about the money that you spend on an item. I'm talking about your time and eBay fees and shipping fees. You need to figure all that in. But most importantly, your time, because I think it's where everybody goes wrong. They figure the fees, they figure shipping, but they don't figure out how much their time is worth. I mean, think about it. You're going to be buying the item, preparing the item, doing your research on the item, taking pictures of it, loading it onto eBay. You're going to be describing it, and then you're going to be answering emails from customers, and then when it sells, you're going to be packaging it and shipping it, and it is a lot of work. And that's not including if they decide to return it, and you have to do all this customer service afterwards, right? Okay, so you need to figure out what is your time worth. I mean, do you want to make like 20 bucks an hour? Is that enough to make it worth your while? If so, then you need to know that you have to profit at least $20 on that item for it to be worth your time. Now, I mean, if it's lower and it's free, go for it. But I'm saying if it's something that you're wanting to make into a business or something you want to buy to resell, you need to figure your time. If you're only going to make $5, it is not worth it, trust me, because there's going to be a lot of emails from a lot of customers, and it's a pain. It really is. Like selling in the wrong categories. What categories am I talking about? Number one, you want to stay away from categories that have a high return rate, okay? A high return rate is like clothing, shoes. Why? Especially women's clothing. Like men's clothing is a little better, but women's clothing and children's clothing is not a good category to get into. I'm just gonna tell you right now, because you're gonna have a ton of returns. You're gonna have people that go, it made me look fat, so I wanna return it. And then you're eating all of those shipping fees back and forth. It's just not a good category to get into. Don't try to sell your shoes and clothes. I mean, you can, but it's just not the best. If you're looking for an area, a niche, that would not be one that I would suggest. Two, you wanna stay away from the high scam rates, okay? Like electronics. True story, I was a power eBay seller for 15 years. And I sold a lot of things and I would get truckloads of stuff. Well, I sold a bunch of tablets that were brand new in the box. I would ship them to the customer, and it was a common thing to get a different tablet back, but they were returning it because it didn't work. Basically, they were using me to replace their old tablet for free, claiming it didn't work and sending me an entirely different tablet. And eBay would make me refund it anyway, because they're kind of not very friendly to the sellers. It's usually gonna go the way of the buyer. The beauty products was also a high scam rate, believe it or not. So electronics, beauty products, food, it was quite common. So I would stay away from those type of items. The shipping part is actually not that hard, but we tend to make it the hardest part because we don't know. I mean, it's confusing. I'm going to give you that. It is super confusing learning all the rates and how to package it and the services and, oh, who do I choose? FedEx or UPS or USPS? And it's a lot. It's a lot. But eBay has made it simple, and you're making it just too hard. First thing that you're making a mistake on with shipping is that you're spending too much on your shipping supplies. You need a box? Don't go buy one. USPS will give you free boxes. You can order them plus like different packaging materials, and they will deliver it to you. If that's not going to work, like you don't want to do flat rate or whatever, you want to do the calculated according to the weight, go to Target, go to your grocery store, go to Walmart, ask them for their boxes. They've never told me no, never. And nobody cares if they get an item in a box that says Smuckers on the outside. Shred newspapers. You got a paper shredder? Shred some newspapers. Use that as packaging material. You order from Amazon, save those boxes. Save the packaging inside the boxes, like the bubble wrap, all that stuff, save it. There's a lot of places that will even give you that stuff. Like Bath & Body Works was notorious for if I just called and said, hey, can I come pick up all of your packaging stuff? They were like, absolutely, because they have to throw it in a dumpster. They will set aside all their bubble wrap and all their boxes, and you can just come pick them up. And there's a lot of places that will do that because it's saving them the job of having to take it to the dumpster. It's recycling, and it's a win, 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 win. I buy all of my bubble envelopes on eBay, and packing tape, and the little thank you stickers that go inside the package. You can buy all kinds of shipping supplies on eBay, super cheap, and it comes fast, and that's where I get most of my packaging stuff. If you're gonna sell on eBay a lot, like if you're gonna go through your house and get rid of a ton of stuff, or if you're gonna start selling on eBay to make some extra money or as for a living, you should go buy a shipping scale. Trust me, don't try the bathroom scale. Don't go to the post office and waste time standing in line because you need to weigh it there. Go buy a shipping scale. You can buy them on eBay. I think I paid like $15, $17, something like that for my shipping scales. I had like 4 or 5 of them. Go buy a shipping scale. It's gonna make your life so much easier. Just go buy a shipping scale. Don't try to use your bathroom scales. Print your own label. You just hit print your label and it'll take you to this page and it will ask you the weight, the dimensions. You just put all your information in. It will show up all the calculated costs for all the different services. You can pick which service you want or which service your customer chose, and then just hit print label. It'll pop up, you hit print, it'll print out. You can print it on regular paper if you don't have like a zebra label printer, or if you don't have the label sheets that I like to buy, you can just print it out on normal paper and just tape it to the box. It's gonna make your life so much simpler, and you're not gonna have to wait in long lines lines at UPS or USPS, especially at Christmas time, right? By the way, if you do miss the drop off at USPS, did you know that UPS will take your USPS boxes? Yeah, so you can just drop them off at UPS by 6:30 and it'll still go out that day. And so, because the post office usually closes at 5, that gives you an extra hour and a half, especially if you're running behind at Christmas time. It's a godsend. It is a lifesaver. Have you ever gone to the post office with your armful of packages and you're like, oh my gosh, and you're juggling and you're trying to set it on the counter and people are not wanting you to get in line in front of them because they think you're trying to butt in line and all that? And that's really stressful, right? Did you know that at USPS, they have a dock? You just pull right up to the dock. You can unload your packages right there and leave it on the dock. Now, you want to do it during business hours, obviously, but you can just drop it off at the dock. You don't have to go in and juggle all these packages and stuff. And it's awesome. Did you also know that you can schedule a pickup time with your postal carrier? Yeah, so you don't even have to drop it off at all. I mean, how awesome would that be? So, did you know that eBay's algorithm is set to recognize pictures that have a plain background over ones that have a bunch of busy stuff in the background? So if you're putting your item on the kitchen table and just snapping a picture of it on your table and there's stuff in the background, it actually isn't getting seen very well. The algorithms are actually looking for the item with a plain white background or plain gray or plain black, but white is the best. And lighting. Do it in the natural light. Set it in front of a window where it's shining, aimed at the item. Take it outside. Now wait, didn't I just say that white and gray was best? Yes, I did. But guess what? I'm gonna teach you a little hack that I used all the time, and I didn't have to have a white backdrop. Do tell. I will. You go to photofuse.com, you upload your picture. Highlight the item, then whenever you're done, just click OK, and then it's gonna bring up the new picture with your awesome white background, and it looks professional. It looks like a stock photo that somebody else took. Does it not? Does it not? It's so easy. It's amazing. Amazing, and it's free. I love free, don't you? Are you putting words like, look, wow, awesome deal, brand new in package, all spelled out in all caps? Your title is like your real estate. You know how they say location, location, location? Yeah, your title is your real estate, and it's all about location. You want to be on the page with what people are searching for. Let's say I'm selling a stuffed monkey that makes sounds. I'll probably type in stuffed monkey or monkey toy or monkey plush, whatever. I'm gonna type in whatever it is you're going to search for, what you think other people are gonna search for. But here's where you start. You start by just typing in the word monkey. You're gonna see a little list pop up. By the way, if it's not activated, you need to make sure that you activate the suggested list, okay? Just like on Google, when it suggests what you're searching for, it's the same thing on eBay. So type in monkey and then see what pops up behind it. On that list, look and see, does it say stuffed monkey or monkey plush or what comes next? So go ahead and type that in. So whatever pops up at the top of the list is the most popular searched items. Let's say it says stuffed monkey plush, okay? So we're gonna keep typing stuffed monkey plush. What if it says stuffed monkey plush large? You're gonna just keep following the keywords until you're out of keywords that are relevant to what you're listing. That is how you're going to know that you have the most relevant keywords for your title. But you want to make sure that your keywords are relevant. That's just the most important thing. So do your research, make sure you have all the right keywords, guys. And then you will be selling like crazy. You'll know exactly what sells, how much it sells for, how often it sells, if you have a good shot at selling that item, and you're gonna know exactly what keywords to use and how to list it, whether it be buy it now or auction. Yeah, and then you're gonna be a pro at shipping, and you're gonna have to spend next to nothing on shipping supplies, right? All because I showed you how. Because I'm awesome, and I love you guys, so I share the wealth. All right, guys, listen, go sell on eBay, make some big bucks. You can do it. I did it for 15 years, loved it, till I got burnt out. And now I still do it a little bit, but now I'm doing this. But I'll help you all that you need. So just ask me, hit me up. I'd be glad to help you. Bye, selfie keeners. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, okay? Hit the little bell, ring the bell, so you get my notifications, and subscribe, please. That would be amazing. I love you guys. Have a selfie keen day. Love ya. Next time. Until then, make a fortune on eBay. I know you can, because I did. No, I'm just saying. I didn't really make a fortune, but I did kind of make a small fortune selling awesome things. Awesome things. I did. Do you want to know the story about how I got started selling on eBay? I'll tell it to you real quick, if you're interested. So I went to buy this little Mickey lamp. It had like the hand, the Mickey hand, and I went to buy it for my kid's room. And I went to eBay and I paid $30 for it. And I was like super excited. And then all of a sudden I found it on Disney Online for $15, and I'm like, wait, what? I thought eBay was the place to get deals. So I looked, and this guy was buying everything on clearance from Disney Online and putting it on eBay and selling it and making money. To be honest, I was gonna go get a credit card, buy up a bunch of stuff, and sell it on eBay. And my husband's like, why do that? Just sell stuff from the house. And I'm like, people aren't gonna want my junk. He's like, but just try it first with stuff from home and see if you like it. So I had a little dopey nutcracker, and he was like that big. I paid $3 for him at a garage sale. So I took him, took pictures of him, had no idea what I was doing. I listed it. It sold for $51 plus shipping. Awesome. As soon as that happened, I'm like, I can do this. So I went around to garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, and the rest is history.